Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Come on in. Craig with Small Town Wreath Shop. Happy Thanksgiving from Melissa and Craig here at the Bickham with the Bickhams. It is Chef Craig, Chef Couillon this morning. I hope everybody else is getting everything ready for their Thanksgiving dinner. Let's get started, y'all. I am going to be making a dessert this morning. I'm going to make this dessert again after I get some more ingredients. I didn't have everything to try to make it as healthy as I wanted to. So we're going to make it as healthy as we can with what I have. So I hope y'all's morning's been great. Get you some community coffee, y'all. So we're going to be making a pumpkin pie bread pudding. So y'all come along. If y'all haven't noticed, got Old Faithful out. Got some softened butter here. I'm going to grease my pan so I can go ahead and wash my hands. I'm going to grease it with butter. You can use spray if you want, but I'm going to actually just grease it with butter. How's everybody? Melissa, you on there?
Not yet.
Melissa hadn't got on yet to help me with the comments and stuff, y'all. So she's trying. How's everybody? Because with the phone sideways, y'all, I can't really see them. So just grease it up good with some Crisco, Pam cooking spray, whatever you want to use. I'm just getting my hands in there. I just wanted that butter on the bottom of all that bread. Oh, I about forgot something, y'all. Y'all know me, softening up my little cream cheese right there, and I about forgot it in the oven. How is everybody this morning? If Melissa would get on there, I can see who's watching. Happy Thanksgiving again from us to y'all. Back to the task at hand. I've got to get all this bread. Y'all, we're using a keto bread. So we're going to keep it as low carb. I know that sounds crazy. We're going to keep it as low carb as possible, but it's still going to have the sugar and stuff in it because that's all I had. I didn't have my sugar substitute that I would like to try this recipe with. So we're going to try to balance out. And look, y'all, this is going to take a lot of bread. I'm going to just grab a chunk, so many at a time. I know I'm going to have to be bringing y'all down. I know y'all ain't going to be able to see my face all the time. Got to find my knife, what I did with my knife. And I'm going to be cutting this bread up. I'm going to probably do it in half a stack. So I'm going to cut it that way it kind of gets into some squares. I'm just using my little, what's her name? Re-drumming knife, y'all. So it doesn't have to be, I'm not sawing it or anything. I'm just trying to get them into chunks. And we're going to just start putting everything in the pan. Big chunks, crust and all. So this actually calls for like a loaf of French bread that we don't have, and I can't use that and keep it kind of carb friendly anyway. So we're going to be doing this. You could do it into like thirds. Looks like that's the thirds are going to be plenty big enough. It takes a lot of bread, y'all, because you're going to be soaking that bread down. Soaking it down like big time. Big time. So once we get the bread done, then we can start mixing all of our stuff to go over it. Now we're going to try to balance out the carbs that we are getting and the sugar. This is what Melissa's weight doctor. Now this takes a whole loaf of bread, y'all. Actually, it's going to be close. So I'm going to go ahead and get that heel piece or the butt piece, whatever you want to call it. They might be a couple pieces. Let me see. You know what? I'm going to leave 4 pieces in there just in case somebody does want a sandwich. I know that sounds crazy. I ought to just use it, but I'm not. So just get it chopped up.
Are you making bread pudding? What you making?
This is going to be a pumpkin pie bread pudding, y'all. Pumpkin pie bread pudding. So just get everything in there. I probably could use the other ones, but it's kind of mounded up. No, you know what? We're just going to use them all. We're going to use them all. And we'll just see me leaving that there. So we're done with that bread. And this is a keto-friendly honey wheat. It's only 7 grams of carbs per slice. So, I mean, you're still going to have a lot of carbs in here, but you got to remember you're not eating the whole thing, yourself. Even though you probably want to. 9 by 13 inch baking dish. I am going to have to cook this over the top of a pan. I got to make sure that I get it. You want all of your bread to soak up all that fluid that you're going to be putting on it. I'm going to try to make it to where it's, kind of, sort of level. Sort of, kind of, sort of. Probably what I should have done, because I want this thing. She's got a couple of packs of pecans. I'm going to have pecans in the fluid, and I'm going to kind of put some pecans throughout it. So I'm just going to sprinkle some pecans in here. Doesn't have to be a whole lot. And then I'm going to kind of mix. Well, they'll get mixed in. So this was not a whole lot of pecans, y'all. Like this wasn't even maybe an eighth of a cup of the pecans. Maybe. I'm going to be using some more. Alright, so we got the bread. Do what?
Miss Barbara said, did you put this in your book?
No, this is not my book. My other bread pudding's in my book, y'all. Now that one's in my book now. It's really good, but it ain't good for you. This one's not going to be great for you, but we're fixing to make it. We're actually kind of testing a little something out that I want to try. So, let's get this pumpkin puree stuff in here. I'm going to use a whole can. So, I mean, if I have anything left over, y'all, it is what it is. So, we're just using a can of the pumpkin, 100% pure pumpkin. I don't know if they call it puree. It's the Libby's 100% pumpkin, all natural, no preservatives. Good source of fiber, though. So, we're going to get that bad boy in there. Brr, Dolly, that's Dolly. You talk about sound like a beagle. Brr. Just get that out. You could actually probably you could probably do this with sweet potatoes as well.
I gotta get my hash browns out so they'll be kind of fine.
Oh yeah, you do. You're gonna be running late. I got a little bit left. I ain't worried about that. So we're going to be mixing everything together that we're going to be pouring over the bread. I got the oven heated to 350. I am going to, like I said, can you get me one of them big pans? I should have left it in there. Just set it out for me.
What big
I don't
pan?
want this to drip.
Sheet?
Yeah, just a big cookie sheet. I'm going to put a cookie sheet underneath it. I don't care if it gets hot. We got these old big cookie sheets. And I'm going to set it in it. So if it spills, it'll spill on the cookie sheet. I ain't gonna worry about it. Alright, so what we're gonna be, normally y'all would be using some kind of milk, half and half, or I'm gonna use heavy cream. But to counteract all the sugar that we're gonna be putting in, which I'm not packing, this recipe called for 2/3 cup packed brown sugar. I've got almost a cup not packed brown sugar that we're going in with. We got half a cup of white granulated sugar. So y'all know now it's getting unhealthy. But if we had that sugar substitute that I wanted, the brown sugar and the confectioner sugar for the glaze and the regular sweetener, whether it's Truvia, stevia, monk fruit, whatever it is, then you can use that. I'm just trying to go in with just some stuff, y'all, right now. I'm going to go in with about, I'm actually going to measure, y'all. I already do it in my hand, but I'm not. For this purpose, we're going to do about, glad I got my glasses on, about 2 teaspoons. I wanted to use pumpkin pie spice, y'all, and I think that you can get into that thing. I always want to shake that nutmeg up, y'all. Got them old big pieces in there. probably gonna, let me look. Let me find my, glad I got my glasses on here, buddy. Let's see here. Quarter teaspoon. Let's do a quarter teaspoon. I don't want to use too much nutmeg, but we're going to use a heaping quarter teaspoon of nutmeg. Plop. Y'all know nutmeg's got a totally different flavor. Alright, so we're going to use some vanilla extract. You can use clear if you want. I just used the lid, y'all. We're going to do, it called for a teaspoon, so I'm going to do 2 capfuls of vanilla. Alright, now I'm going to start measuring my liquid. I'm going to try, this is where I told y'all it's going to be different, y'all. I'm using my Premier protein shakes with 30 grams of protein. So we're going to kind of counterbalance all this sugar and carbs. This is what Melissa's diet doctor actually told us. It's okay to have some of the, which one was better? Which one's not better? The simple carbs or the complex carbs?
I can't remember.
But anyway.
Pumpkin. What you cooking now? Pumpkin?
This is pumpkin pie bread pudding. So I'm going to see how many cups one of these are, because we're going to need a lot of fluid. So that's about, one of them is almost a cup and a half. So I'm going to use 2 and some heavy whipping cream. I got cinnamon, but you got to have that little bit of nutmeg in this. And that's not a lot. I'm going to go a little more. We're going to go about, not quite 2.5. I'll drink the rest of this. Melissa uses this, if y'all know, she uses this now in her coffee for her creamer. Now we're going to go ahead and finish off. I'm going to bring it up to about 3.5 cups. I'll have to see if this is going to be enough to cover all this bread good.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. All right, so we've got 3.5 cups of combination heavy whipping cream and the protein, and the Premier protein, vanilla flavored, y'all. That is the vanilla flavor. Da-da-da-da. I was wanting to put my let me put my butter. We got, y'all, I messed my butter up when I did my pan. That's what I got my spoon for you. So we got, now is almost a stick of softened butter. Almost. Since I used some of it in the pan. I don't want to waste none of it. I don't want to waste any of them at all. Let me wipe my finger off. Wipe my finger off with my paper towel, and then I can get my rag. Now I can get my rag, y'all. Alright. 5 eggs, y'all. 5 eggs. And I'm going to put that fluid on. Then we're going to kind of mix everything up. Now you can, if you want to beat these eggs a little bit before, then you can go right ahead. Alright, I'm going to add some of the fluid. See if I can do it without spilling it. And y'all, I think what I might do, if I see that this is going to be too much, then I may very well take some of my bread out, and I might make 2. It might be under the bad boy we going, y'all. Don't go. Just do it slow, y'all. Just lock it in place and just stick it on that one, and let it kind of till everything starts to get mixed. I don't want to be making a mess. I don't want the stuff to be everywhere. These KitchenAid mixers, y'all, that's a bad. Cause I think it needs a little more cinnamon, y'all. I just do. I don't know why. Something's just telling me it needs just a little more cinnamon. So we're gonna call that at least 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. I just felt like it needed it. Y'all ever do that? And also, I'm going to do a pinch of salt. So, I mean, you're not talking about a little bit, I mean, a lot. We're going to do, like I said, just a little pinch of salt, y'all. And that's all that's going to need. That's all she wrote. Uh-oh. Stuttering a little bit. Oop. Alright. Oh, Lord. I'm gonna have to get that butter off of there, y'all. Sure. I'm gonna have to get the butter off. I'm gonna get as much of that butter off as I can, y'all. I want that butter in that mix. So I'm definitely gonna be making a mess real quick. I want as much of that butter. I don't want to leave none of that goodness in there, you know. Well, I ain't gonna get it all, y'all. I ain't gonna get it all. Much as I want to, I ain't gonna get it all. So just take your time, y'all. That bread will start soaking it up. And it's gonna float. It's gonna try to float on you. But remember, when it finally cooks, it's gonna thicken up. Just try not to make a mess. Try not to.
Dolly.
Oops. I made a mess. Mama, can you get me a rag?
You got a rag, ain't you?
Well, I mean, like a damp paper towel. I can get this stuff up. Move. You gotta give it time to soak in that bread, y'all. Or it'll do just that. I'll kind of mash it down a little bit. Cause I know I got it on the top of the stove. I did it again. I'm trying to get where I can see. Cause you want to fill up, you want it to get all over every piece of bread, y'all. Every piece of bread. Push it down if it's too close to the edge.
Happy Thanksgiving, y'all.
So that's why we were using, so you've got almost 60 grams of protein just in the protein drink tonight. Because it's soaking it up, y'all. It is soaking it up. And that's what you want. You want it to soak up. Get on as much of that bread as you can. And I'm going to get that last little bit in there. I'm going to get it. I'm going to kind of probably make a mess again. But I'm going to try to work it down that side. And let it go down in there. Because that whole loaf of bread will soak up a lot. And then we'll lay everything back out once we get it all in there. But I'm going to get it in there, y'all. Because I ain't got but about, I might have a cup left. I don't know. So make sure, if you've got a bigger pan, then by all means, use it. This is actually probably the biggest glass dish that I had. We didn't really have anything, did we?
I don't know.
That's it, y'all. I got it. I got it in there. Oh. So we made it work. So we're gonna bake it for. Oh look, regular bread pudding is wonderful. One of my favorites, especially if it's got a really, really good rum sauce made that somebody knows what they're doing. I don't really have any rum or anything. I could do, well, I'd have to go buy some more bourbon, but I could do a bourbon sauce. Like Charlotte. Charlotte's making bourbon cranberries this morning. Alright, so this thing's going to take at least an hour to cook, y'all. Something that I got to do. I got to move the rack. Because Melissa's probably going to be trying to, she's actually going to be trying to cook her potato casserole too. Alright, so that's going to take at least an hour. 350 for at least an hour, at least. So, now, I'm going to put it on for an hour. And y'all, that's how I do. Everybody's like, man, where you get these recipes from? I take recipes that I find anywhere, y'all, and I make them mine. I do, you know, my little brain kind of just works that way. Ask her. They always like, man, how you coming up with all this stuff? I'm like, well, I mean, I kind of know what I like. I kind of know what's good. I'm gonna, that's what I forgot. Told y'all I was gonna forget something.
What did you forget?
I got some cinnamon sugar. Just a little bit. I'm not gonna do a lot. I got some cinnamon sugar, y'all, that I'm gonna sprinkle on the top. Just a little bit. We're not fixing to cover this thing, you know, a lot. But we got some cinnamon sugar that we're gonna cover on the top a little. And about the last, I'm not gonna put the other pecans on yet. I'm gonna put a few more pecans, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till it cooks a little while. We're gonna let it cook a little while before I put any more pecans on. I've got another bag of crushed pecans. I'm just gonna sprinkle it with a few pecans. When it comes out, I'm gonna put the little bit of pecans and the little bitty marshmallows. You know, the little bitty marshmallows. I'm just gonna kind of lay the little bitty marshmallows after I drizzle this glaze. So the glaze, y'all, is gonna be a cream cheese glaze. I need this. So, and she didn't know how much she had left. And I'm like, well, I won't need oh, golly, what in the world, y'all? Oh, this is just her little confectionate sugar thing that's probably got sugar in it. Let me find something to scoop out of here with. Let's see what that is. This is the third cup. So we're going to do a cup, or about a cup. So we're going 1, 2, 3. So we're going to do a cup. Y'all know how whenever I may need some more, so I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave that laying right there. You know, when you make a little simple glaze, it doesn't take, now this is, I'm just going to use the protein. I'm going to use my protein again, because you normally do it with milk. I ain't measuring, y'all. I'm going to rinse this spoon, and I'm going to do it with this spoon. That's what I'm going to do. I just tasted that mixture that we did, even though it's got eggs in it. Y'all just have to get over it. Let me tell y'all, I licked it off that spoon. Oh my Jesus. Y'all, it's good. The mixture is good. Wow. Wowza, y'all. Do you have your phone? I can't keep up with that.
You've got the phone over there.
I can't keep up with nothing over here. Where's your comments at?
I don't know.
Hang on, y'all. I done lost everybody. Look, I'm just drizzling in my little protein. You know, because it only calls for like a couple tablespoons or something, or teaspoons. It doesn't take a whole lot of fluid to make a glaze. I mean, look at that. And now, I don't know if I'm going to need this much. You know what? I probably am. I'm probably going to need more, because I've got this softened cream cheese here that I actually stuck in the oven. And it's about a half a stick, y'all. You know, oops. We had about a half a stick. So I'm probably going to wind up needing some more sugar. And we've got all the time in the world to do this. And they do make a keto, you know. Let me get the phone up since y'all ain't really watching me do that. You know, they make that, the keto sweetener. Swerve makes a confectionate, a white, and a brown sugar. That's why if I could use that, y'all, and keep everything, you know, kind of the better sweeteners and then all this protein, y'all, I mean, this, so you just kind of have to think out of the box a little bit and use what you got. So this is, y'all, it's going to take more fluid to get the glaze. So I may have to open up another little protein thing. Real good. Looks like that's what I'm going to get to eat for breakfast. What's wrong, Mom?
Nothing. Had to bend over and get some.
She's doing that corn. No, that's good. I think we have enough. Yeah. I may have to heat this up just a little bit so I can get them chunks out, y'all. So I'm going to heat it up just a smidge. Let me set that right there. Ain't got to be long, y'all. Just, you know, maybe 20 seconds or so. That way it'll heat up and kind of melt everything. Everything will start to incorporate a little better. I ain't gonna need any more sugar, I don't think. Needs another tablespoon or so. So you're getting all kinds of protein in this one, y'all. I missed that. Happy Thanksgiving, Miss Annette. Thank you very much. I will share this over into the Cooking with Craig group as well, from Small Town Wreath Shop. So if you haven't joined that, absolutely do. So this is just going to be a cream cheese, you know, icing glaze, whatever you want to call it. It's pretty runny now. And y'all know what it tastes like. Y'all know it tastes like some sweetened cream cheese. So that's good. So we're going to have plenty of that. So that's done. So once it gets ready, we'll drizzle that over the top of it with the pecans. And then I'm going to be putting the marshmallows on. Back in the oven it'll go just till the marshmallows kind of melt. Maybe kick the broiler on a second just to give them some color. That's a wrap, y'all. That's going to feed a lot of people, and that's going to be good. Gonna be awesome, y'all. I mean, you can't, I don't know. This is just gonna be a bread pudding that's gonna become a staple for me to take to Thanksgiving and Christmas and stuff like that. So. Hey, y'all. I'm back. All right, everybody. There is the finished pumpkin. Here I am, sweet potato. Pumpkin bread pudding, y'all. Definitely gonna let y'all know if you try it. Let us know if you get some value from our videos, y'all. Give us a subscribe and a like. We'd appreciate it. It's going to be how our channel grows for sure. So y'all definitely give this recipe a try. This is potato casserole. We just go eat some Thanksgiving, y'all. So y'all have a wonderful day. Check it out, y'all. Pumpkin bread pudding with a cream cheese icing and little marshmallows on it. Got pecans in and everything. Give it a try, y'all. Craig with Small Town Wreath Shop. Thank y'all.